Hello everybody and welcome to today's severe weather update. So unfortunately we have another day of dangerous severe weather ahead today, as the Storm Prediction Center has issued a level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk of severe weather across central eastern Nebraska, western Iowa, and far southeastern South Dakota in the orange shaded region today. We have a massive slight risk of severe weather covering central North Texas, northern Louisiana, southern central Arkansas, through Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, northwestern Missouri, central western Iowa, much of South Dakota, North Dakota, and far northwestern Minnesota in the yellow shaded region, a slight risk across portions of Kentucky and Tennessee in the yellow, and a slight risk across much of Maine as well. And then we have a marginal risk of severe weather covering most of the eastern half of the United States today in the dark green area. So taking a look at our probabilities of a tornado touching down within 25 miles of location today, we have a broad 5% chance of a tornado touching down within 25 miles of location across northwest Texas through western Oklahoma, Kansas, central eastern Nebraska, western Iowa, and far northwestern Missouri in the brown shade region today. Make sure you're on guard for a few scattered tornadoes if you live anywhere in Wichita Falls, Texas, through Dodge City, Wichita, Kansas, Grand Island, Nebraska, Sioux City, Iowa, and Omaha, Nebraska. We have a 2% chance of a tornado touching down within 25 miles of a location across central North Texas, northern Louisiana, southern Arkansas, central Oklahoma, eastern Kansas, northwest Missouri, most of Iowa, southern Minnesota, eastern South Dakota, southern North Dakota in the green shaded region. Make sure you're on guard for an isolated spin up tornado if you live across the green shaded region for today. Taking a look at our damaging wind threat. This unfortunately is going to be the primary concern once again today, as the Storm Prediction Center has issued a 30% chance of damaging straight line winds of 58 miles per hour stronger within 25 miles of a location across central eastern Nebraska, western Iowa, and far southeastern South Dakota in the red shaded region today. Make sure you're on guard for numerous damaging to destructive wind gusts in areas like Grand Island, Omaha, Lincoln, and Sioux City today. And if you live anywhere in this hatched area, you could be seeing wind gusts of 75 to 90 miles per hour once again this afternoon and evening. So make sure you're preparing for, unfortunately, a potential derecho this afternoon and evening across central eastern Nebraska through west central Iowa. We have a 15% damaging wind risk from Texas all the way through North Dakota in the yellow, as well as portions of Kentucky, Tennessee, and Maine in the yellow. Make sure you're on guard for scattered damaging wind gusts if you live across the yellow shaded region today. And we could see an isolated damaging wind gust across much of the eastern half of the United States in the brown shaded region today. And taking a look at our large hail threat, we have a massive area with a 15% significant hail risk extending from Texas through North Dakota today. If you live anywhere in this hatched area, make sure you're parking your cars in the garage, as you could be seeing golf ball to tennis ball to baseball, even softball size hail today in areas like Killeen, Abilene, Dallas, Wichita Falls, Oklahoma City, Wichita, Grand Island, through Fargo, North Dakota. We have a 15% chance of a quarter-size hail or larger within 25 miles of a location across the yellow shaded region, and a 5% chance in the brown shaded region for today. Timing out the storms with a 12Z run of the HRRR model. Storms are going to really start to develop this afternoon around 5 o'clock Central Time across southeastern North Dakota. Could be seeing large destructive hail of golf ball to tennis ball to baseball size when these storms initiate. And then going into 6, 7 o'clock, going to be seeing a line of storms develop through South Dakota and Nebraska, bringing some damaging winds as they develop. And then watch down towards western Oklahoma. We could be seeing a cluster of supercells develop, producing large destructive hail and tornadoes as we go into the 7 o'clock hour this evening. Going to 8, 9 o'clock, and 10 o'clock, this is when we could start seeing derecho potential across central Nebraska as a powerful mesoscale convective system begins to develop across central Nebraska into about 10 p.m. this evening. And watch out for these rogue supercells down here near Oklahoma City and Wichita. These could be producing a ginormous hail, gorilla hail, up to softball size, and potentially a tornado into the 10 o'clock hour, going to 11 midnight, still looking at those cells around Oklahoma City, and a derecho potentially materializing across central eastern Nebraska yet again, going into 1, 2 a.m. Yes, we are looking at the potential for another derecho through the overnight hours across southeastern South Dakota, around Sioux Falls and Sioux City, and eastern Nebraska pushing towards Lincoln and Omaha into 2 a.m., 3, 4 a.m. Could be seeing a powerful derecho pushing through Iowa yet again, southwestern Minnesota. Could be going through Des Moines at 5 a.m., so nocturnal derecho possible across Iowa and southern Minnesota. And then going to 6, 7 a.m., potentially pushing through Minneapolis and into northeastern Iowa. And then the derecho could continue into the morning hours across Wisconsin. So, unfortunately, we are looking at another dangerous severe weather threat with a derecho potential across Nebraska, South Dakota, Minnesota, and Iowa this afternoon and evening. So make sure you're preparing for numerous severe weather today and a potential overnight derecho across the upper Midwest. Thanks for watching today's severe weather update. Please stay safe and have a wonderful day, my friends.